Well, look, Alex, Donald Trump is the greatest counterpuncher in American politics, maybe the greatest counterpuncher in our American political history. And he needs to get on offense. This is obviously a calculated distraction from the fact that he's succeeding across the board. Record stock market, unemployment at all-time lows, African-American unemployment at the all-time low. The South and North Koreans in peace talks, ISIS on the run, a solid conservative on the U.S. Supreme Court. Trump is delivering in spades. The Democrats must distract somehow from it. If I were the president, I would use the bully pulpit. I would call for a televised address to the nation, and I would get out there and counterpunch. The greatest single amount of chutzpah I've seen is a tweet I just read from Hillary Clinton, which accuses the president of being racist. Racist, Hillary? No, denying your husband's son, Danny Williams, banishing him. That's racist.
Calling black people super predators and passing laws to give them more time for the same drugs. We can play the clips of her saying it.
Exactly. Trump should actually point out what the Clinton Foundation did in Haiti and talk about, Democrats want to bring these people here as the solution. Why not talk about, the people staying there, fixing the nation, and Clinton Foundation companies not robbing those nations from funds that would have helped them.
Exactly. Waging war on corruption, crashing the lies and disinformation. I'm going for another couple hours in the War Room with Owen Schroyer, and of course the great Roger Stone's coming up. Millie Weaver's here riding shotgun with us into the next hour or some. I did not even plug last hour. I've gotten so busy covering news and information, but I'm just going to leave it at that. That if you go to InfoWarsStore.com, we've sold out of many of our best-selling items because we're selling them at 50% off. But we have extended the sale 15% off on our flagship combo of InfoWars Store products to help you start outright. We're bringing you a combo that includes our best and most popular products ever. The InfoWars Life Essential Pack includes fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen, products, Survival Shield X2, Survival Shield Secret 12, and Super Male Vitality, all at
InfoWars Life Essential.
No, I'm just telling them to cut your mic just because it's doing an echo. It's no big deal. It doesn't matter. The InfoWars Life Essential Pack includes fan favorite products, Survival Shield X2, Secret 12, and Super Male Vitality, all at special price of 50% off to help you start the year with a bang. We also offering double points for our loyal Patriot Points members when you purchase the new pack. You normally get 5% off on your next item or in your points. Now you're getting 10% off. No reward system does that. So you sign up now or you buy stuff now, 10% off. It's an additional. Do the auto ship, additional 10% off. So many of these are loss leaders with the Patriot Points you already have, or they're free with the Patriot Points you earned, or with the free shipping, or with the other points that you get. It's just insane. Survival Shield X2 is the perfect opportunity to try the power of nascent iodine. Our high-quality proprietary formula is derived from ancient sea salts that help supercharge your functions. Continuing, Super Male Vitality will help boost your vitality, libido, energy. It's amazing. Try it out. And finally, Secret 12 will help deliver a boost of energy and health with an advanced and all-natural B12 formula that's absorbed under the tongue. Together with these products, we have over 13,000 reviews with a combined 4.8 out of 5-star rating. These flagship products are fan favorites for a reason. They're healthy, affordable, and will support keeping your body strong, natural, and energized. Don't miss out on the most incredible sale of our flagship products. Yes, so get your InfoWars Life Essential Pack, double Patriot Points today, and start the year off right, 50% off at InfoWarsStore.com. Now, sometimes with the mic audio, it's weird. Sometimes it's off, so it doesn't echo or heterodyne feedback. So I was just kind of pointing at the mic, hey, kill that, because it was echoing in my ear. But I know you're a big fan of the products. Briefly, Millie, this is unscripted. What are your favorite products for InfoWarsLife.com?
Well, definitely the X2 is a staple, but I've also been really enjoying the new enzymes and probiotics that we also have as well. I was originally taking the probiotics that we had, but this new probiotic I seem to be getting even better results with. I also really like the Secret 12. That one really gives me energy, and I cannot do without the vitamin mineral fusion, because you have to be getting those minerals from somewhere. Our food supply is depleted. We typically aren't getting the right amount of minerals as we should be, so it's important to have a mineral supplement.
And it's crazy. I'm the guy that was never really into this, but our big sponsors were supplements, and then I had Dr. Group say, why don't you actually try them? And I lost like 60-something pounds, and I've been working really hard lately and haven't even been working out and stuff, but because of the supplements, I'm lighter than I was 15 years ago, and I've just got to remember, take the vitamin mineral fusion, give it to the kids, take the immune boost, take the X2, take the Secret 12. I don't need another cup of coffee at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock when I get off. If I just take the Secret 12 about an hour before, it gives me the natural energy. It's just amazing. And then you're funding the InfoWar. And listen, audience, you've done a great job. But we're under attack. They've taken our sponsors. They've taken our Google ads. They've tried to shut us down.
That's right.
Despite that, we brought in as much revenue last year as we did before. But I'm expanding, as everybody can see. So I haven't paid myself from last year. I intend to with something so I can pay my bills. But my bank accounts are actually shrinking because, and I'm not complaining, I'm just all in. So please, InfoWarsStore.com, commit to go peruse the videos, the books, the films, the brain force, all of it. Find the items you like, sign up for auto ship, get 10% off, and know like you're tithe to the truth. You're tithe to stand against Soros and the globalists. With you doing that, we've come through the storm. So I salute you. We've changed the world. We're the tip of the spear. We're under massive attack. We're going to have you and Roger for the next 3 segments. Let's go to Roger Stone. I haven't talked to him since last night to get his take on Crapgate, and just how incredible it looks using the same thing. We have Twitter executives calling their users any Christians, any conservatives, Trump, Julian Assange, American flag, SHIT people. They always invert. Then they say, oh, he said this quote, the same thing to change the #1 story from the truth to a lie. We have video. They don't.
Exactly.
Trump has all these witnesses saying he didn't say it. What do you make of this, Roger Stone?
Well, I got to tell you, Alex, I've been watching CNN. I've seen Jim just whip himself into this is the best day this guy's had in years as they try to trounce on the president. But look, they had to find some way to distract from the fact that African-American unemployment is at the all-time lowest it has ever been in the entire nation's history. They've got to find some way to distract from that. And what better way is this entire charade? Speaking of which, have you been to Haiti recently? If it weren't for the Clintons stealing all of that earthquake relief money, virtually all of it, literally billions, the country is destitute. The situation is dismal there. There is no housing. There are no schools. Disease is rampant. Unemployment is out of control. The country is a basket case. Why? Because after they were hit by natural disasters, Bill, as the head of the UN task force, and Hillary Clinton, heading the U.S. State Department, stole literally every single penny for themselves and their cronies, leaving Haiti in the dismal state it's in today.
Imagine if the president announced a press conference or a 30-minute speech to the American people saying, you know, the Clintons stole $2 billion. Even the media admits 99% of the money that was given. They're involved in all this. I've had aid for Haiti. I didn't say these things. And I call for criminal investigations of what they did in Haiti. The Haiti president, everybody's saying they robbed. The robbery is still ongoing. It's been going on. And imagine if you had a press conference to get back in their face and say, this is a counter to black unemployment being the lowest it's ever been in modern history, and my speeches and my commitment to try to direct new jobs, businesses, industry to black impoverished areas, true systems to actually help bring people up, true affirmative action. Shouldn't he have a press conference, say tomorrow night, or a speech to counter them right between the eyes?
I think it's good advice. I always believe in the immediate counterattack. Now, is there video existing of the president saying this?
No.
Because I haven't seen any. And the president denies it, and his witnesses who say he didn't say it. So it looks to me like a mainstream media manufacturer And it's meant as a distraction from the fact that Senator Feinstein got caught red-handed breaking the law in trying to further the fusion GPS charade. The fact that the economy is cooking like never before, that the North and South Koreans are now at the table thanks to Donald Trump. Oh, my God, we've got to distract from all this good news. Trump is not only making America great, but he's moving us towards peace. So let's manufacture a new crisis in which we're able to call it racist.
Exactly. You know, Roger, it does make sense that this could just be more fake news, because we even saw that the fake news media edited up a clip from that DACA meeting saying that Trump was going back on his DACA campaign promises, which we all know if you watch the entire meeting, it's far from the truth, and they remove crucial points there. So it's very likely that, you know, this is not true, and Trump denying it makes it even more so. Well,
you've got some great points you're going to make right when we come back, but exactly, they lie at every angle. They tell supporters he's going to totally say 50 million can come here. You can be 80 years old from another country, you can come here, and then he didn't do that. And they hit the other side and go, oh, he's going to kill all the Mexicans, and then they go, oh, and he hates black people, and they go, oh, see, he's going to sell us out on DACA. Oh, he didn't do DACA. They lie at every level. It's just like total lies, total fraud. We're going to talk about that with Roger Stone, Millie Weaver, and more straight ahead, Infowars.com. So Spinal Tap, makes a joke about their hellhole countries like North Korea or Venezuela. I mean, countries that don't have running water and have sewage running down the streets. That's how people do it. You just crap into the street. That's where the term S-H-I-T, hole comes from. But the president says he hasn't said it. You've got these witnesses saying he hasn't said it. I want to know why the Oxford Dictionary says that they should be shut down and arrested because language is evil. Roger Stone riding shotgun with us. Rob Dew coming up. Millie Weaver, you've got a bunch of points to make, and I want to get Roger's take on what Trump needs to do about this, because you can't sit there while the Washington Post and Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world from slave labor and government kickbacks, does this. It's time to break his ass right now in his monopoly and take away the $1.48 he gets on every package. Well,
what's pretty clear to me after watching the entire meeting that was aired by the press, where Trump sat down with Democrat and Republican lawmakers to put together this DACA bill, what was apparent was that the Republicans were more than willing to compromise, and actually there were a good amount of Democrats that were willing to compromise, but there seemed to be a handful, like Senator Feinstein and others, that wanted to come out and say, well, no, we just want DACA, but we don't want to have to give an inch. We just want DACA. We don't want to give on the border security, which we know Trump is trying to push through with that. And so what I feel is that Trump made statements on Twitter that they put forward a really bad offer, which most likely we can assume he rejected. And this is the Democrats' way of throwing a hissy fit. Throwing a fit saying, look, the DACA thing isn't going to go through because Trump's a racist, not because we aren't willing to compromise. And that is exactly what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, so they just cooked it up and made it up.
Exactly.
And he's got to just counter that. Roger Stone, I mean, what does Trump need to do right now? I mean, this isn't really hurting him. In fact, it's backfiring, even though he didn't say it. People are going, yeah, Haiti is a crap hole or whatever. Didn't put down the people. It's a crap hole because the Clintons robbed it.
Well, look, Alex, Donald Trump is the greatest counterpuncher in American politics, maybe the greatest counterpuncher in our American political history. And he needs to get on offense. This is obviously a calculated distraction from the fact that he's succeeding across the board. Record stock market, unemployment at all-time lows. African-American unemployment at the all-time low. The South and North Koreans in peace talks. ISIS on the run. A solid conservative on the U.S. Supreme Court. Trump is delivering in spades. The Democrats must distract somehow from it. If I were the president, I would use the bully pulpit. I would call for a televised address to the nation, and I would get out there and counterpunch. The greatest single amount of chutzpah I've seen is a tweet I just read from Hillary Clinton, which accuses the president of being racist. Racist, Hillary? No, denying your husband's son, Danny Williams, banishing him. That's racist.
Calling
The
black people
1994
super
Crime
predators
Bill.
and passing laws to give them more time for the same drugs. We can play the clips of her saying it.
Exactly. Trump should actually point out what the Clinton Foundation did in Haiti and talk about, Democrats want to bring these people here as the solution. Why not talk about, the people staying there, fixing the nation, and Clinton Foundation companies not robbing those nations from funds that would have helped them.
Exactly. But again, I can't believe they're even trying to get away with this. I mean, this is just so transparent. Roger, this shows they're not giving up. I mean, listen, I'm against monopolies anyways, but you've got Google, Facebook, Twitter, all admittedly involved in censorship. You got Bezos owning the Washington Post as fake news. I think Trump needs to move against them and break them up right now. They're not ever going to come to the table. They are out to destroy this country. They're globalists. We got to deal with them right now. What do you think, Roger?
Well, but then you saw the president, solid instincts on the massive citizen surveillance bill before the United States Senate, tweets correctly that this is being used to spy on the American people, had been abused in the spying on his campaign, and then the very people that he hired, the people he appointed, and the quislings in Congress get to him, and they turn him around. Again, the president's instincts correct, the people around him undermining those instincts. So he's got to get back on offense and realize this is all a giant mainstream media Democratic bait and switch. We've got to get people distracted from the fact that Trump is delivering, that America is on its way back. I'm for the fireside chat. I'm for the televised national address to the country. The country would be riveted, and the president would regain the initiative.
And they'd have to, not just a press conference, not just him, occasionally out talking to some firefighters. He needs to just look right in that camera and go over his points and go on the attack about the foundation, the Clintons. Look how fast Ted Cruz quit when he brought up his dad in the CIA and all that in the Bay of Pigs. I mean, he needs to go on total offense. But like you said, we now know why this happened. Despite everything, his instincts, despite the insiders, the attacks, everything, we have the economy turned around, 2 million new jobs, record black employment, all these good things happening, double the amount of appointments for people in the VA and services, turning the corner in less than 1 year because of his instincts and his will. But I was part of it. We were all conned by it, or at least most of us. Bannon goes in. We want to believe he's the good guy. The media told us he's the bad guy, so he must be the good guy. He goes in, he betrays, he brings in the globalists, he sabotages, he prepares the 25th Amendment, he gets caught, thrown overboard. We still cruise forward, weakened and wounded, but stronger than the globalists by far. And it's just so clear that now, because of Bannon, who brought in the coterie of globalists, the president isn't able to implement everything. And if they weren't in the way, where would we be, Roger, right now if it wasn't for Stephen Bannon and his Benedict Arnold, Judas Iscariot type activity?
No, I think you put your finger on it. What's amazing is how much the president has been able to achieve, giving the intractable opposition of the two-party duopoly and the elites of both of the national parties, which still resent his election, still can't get over it. He not only has their deep enmity, but their resolve to remove him has not flagged a single inch. I go back to New Year's Eve when we were high-fiving each other, and I said, we're at a high point right now, but they will still seek to take him down. They will never admit his success. They hate his love for this country. They hate the fact that he's committed to a reform agenda, and that he's destroying the...
Well, they call it mentally ill. They call it mentally ill. You're supposed to be a psychopath and screw all the people of the world. The things he's doing for us will raise wages globally. They've been a race to the bottom, like Ross Perot said. The elites want totally poor people in coffin apartments they control. Bezos admits that. And then Trump's countering that with a prosperity message. And all these people, Africa's being told you can't have cars, you can't have air conditioning by Obama. Trump says, yeah, you can have it all. And it's so obvious.
It is obvious. And you know, Roger, I have a question for you. Do you think that it's possible that we could actually see the president come out and address the Project Veritas videos on Twitter and the censorship that has been going on and discrimination against people who have certain political...
Imagine a weekly address on each of these topics. Exactly. It would devastate them.
Like a fireside chats of issues, and he goes on the offense instead of always being on the defense for the fake
What
news.
we're saying is it must happen. They need to stop tying his hands, his instincts. Gosh, but the thing is that he's got advisors who'll give him disinfo. It's just, Roger, what do we do? This is so riveting. I can't turn away.
Well, you're exactly right. They are moving very, very, very quickly to shut down our access to social media. The reforms announced by Facebook yesterday, if you read...
It says if it's not friendly and nice, we're banning it, but the Democrats can say they're going to murder us. If we say, don't murder me, that's bad.
Well, and there's a direct quote. We're going to be showing you less news and more of what we want you to see. They're closing down channels on Facebook. Millions have already been disenfranchised. I know Republicans and conservatives and liberty-minded folks who own major Facebook channels who have lost millions and millions of followers and access in the last 72 hours. This is coming very rapidly. The president crows about his prowess on social media, but he has to come to grips with the fact that they are moving aggressively to shut him down.
By the way, the Communist Chinese 2 years ago announced this, where if you don't support their system, they're going to downgrade you on their own social media. And now they're showing you going, be positive, go along, shut up, and we'll make you big. If you don't, you're gone. But then by the time they've got everybody, they shut that down too. Now is the time. Our
country has never been more divided now that we have social media. If you really think about it, it's because we have these...
Oh, it was designed for a globalist takeover. We used it to defeat them.
They're trying to create a civil war. They're trying to create division. And then when you have Democrats out there in the media saying, oh, we're going to punch the president. Oh, you know, president is racist without any...
Sitting governor of Virginia.
Exactly.
But then he can say that. That can be on Twitter, Google, and Facebook. We just can't say that's wrong. That's not coming together in the little cult with the trendy, so that can't be heard. No, we're just going to call for Scalise's death and Trump's death, and you're going to sit there and take it. I want to come back with both of you after the 70-second break and recap this, Millie, because this is it. This is the fight. You want to defend the Republic. Trump was only the beachhead. You have to hand spread the live links. You've got to absolutely support these transmissions or they're going to win, and then Katie bar the door.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
Gonna hit me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
We confirm suspicions at Veritas. It's not a shock to you, but to get the employee at YouTube on tape admitting that they do it? I mean, you must be a threat if they call you out by name.
It's also what happens when you listen to the radio host, Alex Jones.
As of just a short time ago, and I'm talking about when this meeting started, on Twitter, if you clicked on the hashtag NYC terrorist attack, which is, quote, trending, marked with a red button saying, quote, live, the top tweet links to an InfoWars story with the headline, Imam, I warned de Blasio about New York City terror. He was too busy bashing Trump.
I don't know what happens in somebody's mind or how dark their heart must be to say things like that.
This is a real-time example of when we talk about this information being weaponized.
But Trump doesn't challenge these lies. He actually went on Jones's show and said,
your reputation's amazing. I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed, I hope.
How quickly can you act, and what's your responsibility to set the record straight so that the people who saw this know that it's fake news, and at least at some point in time it can't keep spreading like some sort of virus through the legitimate world.
That's something we're thinking about all the time, because it's a bad user experience, and we don't want to be known as a platform for that.
You have RT, you have Sputnik, you have Rupley, and then I think you have them feeding other entities InfoWars comes to mind, where those are echo chambers.
The system self-corrected. That shouldn't be the first tweet you see anymore. It should be a USA article the last time I checked.
But you saw this.
USA Today. At lunch I did, yeah. And I also saw the system corrected.
That man's a threat to this country.
They didn't call out Fox News by name. They didn't call out anyone else by name. They said, when it comes to Alex Jones, we need people to scroll and manually find him and manually have to find that video. We're not going to allow that video, if it gets 10 million views, to be on the front of the so-called news carousel.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
It's
Alex Jones.
Introducing Cellforce by InfoWars Life. Cellforce focuses on mitochondria efficiency and protection. Mitochondria produce over 95% of your energy. They are your body's cellular engines. Cellforce helps promote your cellular energy production by supporting mitochondria, much like a cellular engine overhaul. Because when your mitochondria don't run at 100% efficiency, then they start producing reactive oxygen species. Top scientists agree that aging is most likely caused by cellular damage, resulting from these reactive oxygen species. The antioxidants found in Cellforce are some of the most powerful available on the market. The stronger the antioxidant, the better its ability to scavenge for these reactive oxygen species and other free radicals. Boost, protect, and adapt with Cellforce from InfoWars Life. Head to InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.